The 12th Amendment is way more important than you think, and we're about to break it down for you in just 5 minutes.
Did you know that the 12th Amendment changed how we elect the president and vice president in the U.S.? That's right. This little-known amendment has a big impact on our elections today. So, what's the deal with the 12th Amendment? Well, it's a crucial part of American history that reshaped the electoral process. Understanding it is super important for anyone interested in how our government works. So let's dive in. Before the 12th Amendment was ratified in 1804, the electoral process for choosing the president and vice president had some serious flaws. Originally, the Constitution set up the Electoral College in a way that the candidate with the most votes became president, while the runner-up became vice president. This led to some pretty chaotic elections, especially in 1796 and 1800. Imagine having a president and a vice president from opposing political parties. Talk about a recipe for disaster. The electoral system was designed for a time when political parties weren't even a thing. As parties began to form, confusion and conflict arose, particularly when it came to the voting process. Voters were casting ballots for two people without specifying which was for president and which was for vice president. This caused a lot of issues, including the infamous tie between Thomas Jefferson and Aaron Burr in 1800, which highlighted just how broken the system was. Now, let's break down what the 12th Amendment actually does. First off, it separates the ballots for president and vice president. Instead of voting for two people and letting the chips fall where they may, electors now cast one vote for president and another for vice president. This change made it clear who was running for what position and helped eliminate the confusion that had plagued earlier elections. The amendment also outlines what happens if no candidate receives a majority of electoral votes, pushing the election to the House of Representatives. Each state gets one vote in this scenario, which helps simplify the process. Additionally, it specifies that electors cannot vote for two candidates from their own state, a move designed to encourage diversity in leadership and prevent regional favoritism. So, here's the kicker. The 12th Amendment didn't just tidy up the electoral process. It fundamentally reshaped presidential elections in the U.S. It responded to the realities of a growing political landscape and the challenges posed by political parties. With clearer rules and a more structured process, the amendment set the stage for how we conduct elections today. This was a huge step forward in making sure that the elections were fairer and less prone to chaos. You can see the influence of the 12th Amendment in every presidential election, since no more ties and no more surprises. It's a perfect example of how the Constitution can adapt to meet the needs of a changing political environment. The 12th Amendment is a critical piece of our electoral system that addressed the challenges of its time. The framers were not perfect. This amendment shows that even the founding fathers were willing to adapt to changing circumstances in American society. By separating the ballots for president and vice president, streamlined the election process and helped to create a more stable political environment. It's a prime example of how amendments can shape the way we govern ourselves and ensure our democracy remains intact.
So, what do you think about the 12th Amendment? Did you learn something new today? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And don't forget to like, share, and hit that subscribe button for more awesome content about U.S. history and government. Catch you next time. Y'all come back now, you hear?